Hi, welcome back to my channel and the first video of 2025. It's been a while for me to get started. It is the 24th today, the Friday. So we've got Christmas behind us and I thought I would do another quick fire round of SEO advice. And this time I'm looking at websites that are selling hampers, gift boxes, that kind of thing. And I'm starting with the Little Local Box website. So let's take a look at these guys. They do regional gift boxes, and you'll see here the Christmas edit is still live on the homepage. We're a month after Christmas, like I just said, but it does say here save 30% on the listed price in our Christmas edit. And this led me to find a barrier to conversions. So if you look at this page, this is the Christmas edit page. And it does say here save 30% on the listed price, but it doesn't tell you how to save the 30%. And the prices here aren't adjusted, and it doesn't say anything else about it other than while stocks last. So it's hard to know whether that 30% is applied or not. And if I click on an individual product, it doesn't mention the 30% reduction anywhere on the page. So that's a turn off. That's leaving customers going, am I getting this reduction or what? Actually, when you put it in the basket, you do get the 30% reduction, which is fantastic, which you'd expect, but they should be making it much clearer that that is how the reduction is going to work. And then quickly turning to an SEO win for them. This is one of their local collection pages. So this is the Midlands collection for him and them, which is a fairly clunky title. That should be gift boxes for the Midlands or something similar, something a lot more clear than Midlands collection, because that doesn't tell Google in particular what it's about, but it's a more human title using that word gift boxes in there. Let's turn to 24 Carat. These offer catering for big events, weddings and the like, but they also offer gift boxes, hampers. And you see they've still got their Christmas gift box hamper proudly front and centre on the homepage, even though we're a month past Christmas. Now, there's some strange things going on with this homepage before I look at the hamper in particular. So this massive menu at the top here, which probably would be better collapsed. But I've got things like the little carrot. So again, you might be able to guess that this is a clever play on kids' parties, but just say children's event catering. I know it's really dull, but it's what will get your page ranked. So click on little carrots and here's our first mistake. Actually, little carrots, well, the scroll is not working because it's getting rid of the word little when I get down here. It tells you it's a children's birthday party service, but it's on the same page. It's on the home page. So really hard to rank for it as a standalone search term because it's mired, meshed in with everything else on the page. And then discover. What are you expecting to happen when I press discover? What I expected to happen is I'd be taken to a booking form or to that page that I was expecting that would give me more information. So let's click it and see. No, it winds me further back up the page to quotes from somebody that's offered a testimonial. And then I thought, well, let's have a look at some other things. Here is the about, telling you about their company. And so what happens when I click on discover here, it winds me back up further up the page. So it's really odd, makes no sense, and as a customer journey it's really poor, and from an SEO perspective it's not working because it'd be practically impossible to rank for the subterms that should have their own page. So let's look at the hampers themselves. So the Christmas ones are here. I'm not going to dwell on that, they just need taking down. But here we've got deluxe afternoon tea and we've got a chocolate lovers box. They are £26 plus delivery. They I think only deliver within sort of the Glasgow area. So it's not a massive SEO play, but it is a local one for sure. And then instead of add to basket or buy, we have get in touch, which I don't really understand why that would be your call to action. And then when I do press get in touch, I end up going to this huge form that wants to know what type of event I'm having and when my event is. I'm not having an event, I'm ordering your cream tea hamper and I would like it delivering ASAP, please. So again, really clonky and very, very easy to sort out, and at which point you'd be getting more sales and generating more revenue and profit for your company. Moving on to Boxxedup. Lovely little company, very passionate founders. Let me just check who we're dealing with. Is Our Story. It looks fabulous. Cat and Mark set the business up, so you get passionate about it. But again, missing the key words. So Brummie inspired boxes. It's gift boxes. That's what they are. Tell Google what they are. I go to all collections. We've more Christmas crimes here. So front and centre the Christmas 2024. One under that, it's got Christmas products in it. So it's time, we're a month past. It's time to tidy that up and take those ones down. And then if I look at one of their live box offerings that you could log onto the site and get today, and it's the vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free. But that is all it says on the page. It doesn't say gift box. There is no text on the page other than the name of the 2 boxes they offer. This one is still Christmas. And if I look at the titles, the title is vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free. There's no title at all, really. The description is missing. The URL is exactly the same. So 3 really important areas where we could be telling searchers and Google what the page is about, and we're not taking that opportunity. And then, no content on the page. So you won't be surprised to learn this page is actually ranking for nothing at all. And I had a similar client who had a page ranking for nothing at all. This is when he wasn't actually tracking his SEO performance before I took over. So I set up Search Console. So you can see I did that in the middle of September last year. This is all for the same page. He's getting no impressions, no clicks. And then some simple changes to the title and some simple text edits, and he's starting to appear. And now with a bit more optimization, you can see that at the moment he's hitting sort of 200, 240 impressions a day and getting as many as 8 clicks a day. So it is easy to change these pages to get them to rank for you. And there's no real excuse for leaving a page like this and hoping that it will bring in organic traffic. Let's move on to our Handmade Hamper company. Now these guys break the mold a little bit because their homepage, I think their homepage is awful. It's really small images, not really in your face, no call to action to speak of, and full of text. And yet they are ranking #1 for handmade hampers. So they're doing really well in that narrow niche because that's what their exact match domain, as we call it in the industry, says. They are called handmade hampers, and so funnily enough they are ranking #1 for handmade hampers, which is great. But I would be changing this. They've got a bit of a trust signal here, which is fantastic, but there's nothing else really on the page that screams, this is what we're about, here's our quality, buy our products. So it could be much better. Where they fall down then is their organic traffic for the individual hampers, because now they are ranking Handmade Hamper on the homepage, but when it comes to cheese hampers, they're actually not ranking for anything at all, and certainly not in the top sort of 2-3 pages. So I suspect this is bringing in next to 0, if not actually 0 organic traffic. And if I look down, there are a couple of reasons. One, that they're not a pure cheese retailer, and if you look in the search engine results pages, the SERP, the top positions are taken by cheese retailers. But what else is going on here is we've got 2 H1s that say exactly the same thing, so not really well set up. Their imagery is poor. I can't add to basket. It's very text heavy. The pricing's ambiguous, so I kind of, having looked into it, I understand, because you get to pick your individual products what the prices are, but there's nothing explaining that to you. And if I look at their competitor, so this is the Fine Cheese Company. They're ranking #1 for cheese hampers, and it's very big, very bold, very clear what it's about. The photography is lovely. It's all add to basket instantly. You see there's no add to basket here. I've got to click another layer to get to the products themselves. The other issue that Handmade Hamper has got is they are a really low DR. They've got very few backlinks, so their domain ranking is only 6, and these compare them to the Fine Cheese Company, and their ranking is 53. So to rank this page against that competition is really hard with that few backlinks pointing at your site. So if I was to work for these guys, I would be stepping up the backlinking program and increase that DR so that it was, you know, at least into double figures, if ideally above 20. Now let's turn to Clan Artisan, my final quick whistle stop tour. They're a small shop in Stirling in Scotland, and they put together local produce baskets, so it looks really nice. This image has been overly stretched or overly shrunk from a memory perspective, and it's not very clear, so that could be improved. But you know, above the fold tells you what they want you to do. There's a call to action. That's a good start. The presentation on here is really nice. Lots of opportunity to buy, well, certainly to click through to products from the homepage. So yeah, good homepage, like that very much. Testimonials at the bottom, so good trust signals, and more Christmas. Can't escape Christmas at the end of January. But yeah, really good. Their blog I'll come back to in a second. But if I look at their products page, again, it suffers from having a non-descriptive title. So pre-made is pre-made what? Pre-made Scotch eggs, pre-made pink elephants. Tell Google what the page is about. And then if I click onto one of their gift boxes, because I can't, you see, I can't add to basket here, or maybe I can that, does that add to basket? It does, that adds to basket. So I was wrong, I can add to basket, but that is not clear at all. Let's have a button here saying add to basket. Look what these guys have done on their, you know, add to basket. It's very clear. But if I go into the coffee lovers gift box, beautiful presentation, nice imagery. I can zoom on it very easily. It's very good, simple to click out of. A couple of things I would change. This is a clickable link which takes me away from the product and gives me an overview of the product, so that's a bit random and interruptive of the customer journey, so I would remove that link. This looks like an add to basket link. It's clearly not Henry's Coffee, but it looks very much like a button, and my cursor changes as if it's a button, and I click it and it does nothing, so there's something strange going on there. And then almost criminally, the add to basket button is below the fold, and this is a big screen I'm recording this on, so it'd be well below the fold on a normal screen. The call to action, that buy now, add to basket, whatever, should be above the fold and clear and obvious. And then the final thing I wanted to touch on with these guys was the blog. Now they've had a go. They've really had a go. It's really impressive how many blogs they've written, and some of them are behind the scenes, which is perfectly fine. I bet they've got a really committed audience of people that shop with them, and that's fantastic. But from an SEO perspective, not many blogs that are bringing in traffic that is relevant to their offer. Gifts for Dads Who Have Everything could well be, but places to eat in Stirling, not so much, because you know, if you're looking for somewhere to eat in Stirling, that's a different thing from ordering a gift box. So middle of the funnel kind of keywords could be things like how to put together a Scottish hamper, 10 products that every fan of Scotland should try. Capitalise on somebody that's interested in treating a relative or a friend with gifts from Scotland, because they're already starting that journey that you could help them finish. So that's where the blogging ought to go. And that's it for the whistle stop tour for this video. So lots of very similar themes there. Tell Google what the page is about. Do your blogging so that it interrupts the journey after the journey has already started and is relevant to what your product does, what it offers, what it solves. And then things like make sure your tags are correct, make sure your page is engaging, make sure your buttons are visible, make sure your calls to action are clear, make sure you're seasonally relevant. Guys, it's February next week. Clear down the Christmas banners, move on to Valentine's Day or whatever is coming next, Easter. But for goodness sake, let's get rid of Christmas. Let's make it feel to our visitors, to our potential customers, like we're on it and we're awake and we're aware of what's happening. And if you do these things, just like my client here, you can go from 0 impressions to, you know, a good handful of clicks every day, and this page is generating sales, whereas before nobody was even seeing it. So if you'd like me to help you achieve that, if you scan this QR code here, you will be able to reach out to me, and I'd be more than happy to have a conversation with you about what's happening on your website and how I can help you bring in more traffic like I've helped these clients here. That's it for today though. Enjoy the rest of your week and take care. Bye bye.